Hey, welcome back to the channel. Hey, last weekend my wife and I went to South Haven, Michigan, and she was going to spend the weekend with her friends Saturday and Sunday, and I decided to go look for some baseball cards. And I went up to Holland, Michigan, and just so happens I ran into a baseball card show. And I made a pickup. I picked up 5 cards for about $135, and I wanted to share those with you. But before we do, I want to do a little trivia around the triple play. Triple play is one of the rarest plays in all of baseball. And it starts with this gentleman right here. This is Gary Gaetti. And Gary Gaetti has been involved in 7 triple plays, or was involved in 7 triple plays in his career, which is the most by any player after 1923. Prior to that, the record's 9. But everybody prior to Gary Gaetti was prior to playing ball in the 1923s, most of them in the late 1800s and early 1900s. So the rules have changed a bit. He's also, most of the players ahead of him were first basemen. He's the first third baseman to hit that list. But the real cool thing for Gary is he actually was involved in he turned 2 triple plays in one game against the Boston Red Sox. So he is, without a doubt, the defensive king of the triple plays, at least modern defensive king of the triple plays. The other guy I wanted to talk about when it comes to triple plays is this guy right here, Brooks Robinson. You know, we all know he is the greatest defensive third baseman to ever play the game. At least that's my opinion. He also turned 2 triple plays in 1 year, not in 1 game. But his claim to fame isn't for turning the triple plays. He holds the record of hitting into the most triple plays. So Brooks Robinson has hit into 4 triple plays in his career, which is that's a record that may never be broken. I'm sure it's one he doesn't want to have, but you know, he did do it over the course of a very long career. Now, to his defense, right, when you take away in those 4, he did it in 4 separate games, and in those games, the Orioles won 3 of the 4 games. And when you take the triple plays out of his batting stats, the rest of the time he went 10 for 13 and he scored 4 runs and drove in 4 runs. So, you know, he was a great player, but he does hold the record of hitting into the most triple plays, one that I don't think is going to be broke. 4 in a career is an amazing number. Moving on to the show, you know, I had some great pickups there. I'm going to start sharing the first 2 cards. I picked these 2 cards up for a grand total of $15. And the first card is a 1965 Frank Howard. And Frank Howard, he was a amazing slugger when I was growing up, about the late 60s, early 70s with the Senators. This is a card when he played with the Dodgers. He came up with the Dodgers. He was a Rookie of the Year with them. I'm looking to do a player profile on Frank Howard here coming up in the next few videos, and I wanted to pick this one up. He was a really a great power hitter. I also picked up another Frank from that set, a Mr. Frank Robinson in the 65 set. And, you know, this card is in pretty good shape. The pitcher's fantastic. It's centered well. Corners can be a little soft, but I picked up both of these for $15. I love this 65 set with the pennant. I'm really starting to get into it. So, you know, I was pretty excited with the first 2 pickups I made on the day. And then I picked up this card, and this card is, you know, I shared with you guys earlier on a video. This is the same card my dad had given me, and my sister and I got in a fight, and it was torn, and I've been looking for one of these for a while. And they had actually 3 there. One of them was they wanted $180 for. The other one they wanted $80, and then there was this one, which I believe has every bit as nice eye appeal as the other 2. It just has a couple slight flaws. It has a little bit of staining right here. And when you flip it over to the back, there is some discoloration or staining on the back. But that really doesn't bother me one bit. I picked this card up for $25. And I am so excited to have a better version of this card back in my collection again. Speaking of Eddie Matthews, I picked up this card right here, this Eddie Matthews SGC 3.5, and this is just a gorgeous card. I probably should have taken it out of the sleeve. I apologize, but when you look at this card, it is the reason why you buy a card and not the grade. The picture on this thing is beautiful. The centering is fantastic. If you see down here in this corner, there's a slight wrinkle. And that's the reason this thing graded as low as it did, but that doesn't bother me. I mean, I picked this card up for $30. I would have paid that for this card raw. The fact that I got it and I got it slabbed, I'm really excited. I think this is a gorgeous card. And then the final card I picked up, I paid $65 for this, and it's a 1956 whiteback Alkaline. You know, it's Alkaline's third year. I'm really starting to get into the 56 set. It's one of my favorites of the 50s. And this is a gorgeous card. It's centered pretty well. Top to bottom's a little off, but the picture registry is pretty nice. You know, the back looks fantastic. I was excited to pick this one up for $65. So $135. Picked up all these cards. Wanted to share them with you. Let me know what you think, whether I got a decent deal or not. Appreciate you watching. Stay safe. Keep collecting. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.